Okay, I'm finally starting on a new project. So this is the vase. As you can see, it's like a apricot-y peach colour. So I'm just giving it a quick spray with black to work as an undercoat, and then I think I'm gonna add some air-dried clay to change the top of it a little bit. But anyway, we'll see when that actually happens. Right, so with the quick patch concrete all mixed up, I'm just going in and covering it completely in the product. I do go in. See, I'm putting that on quite thickly. Well, after it's all covered, I mean, and I dab it with a rag to get rid of the line marks that my hand is making when I'm adding or putting the quick patch cement or concrete cement possibly on it. Yeah, so it's really easy to use, and it seems to go a long way for I think that that container on the right probably there take longer to dry. Cost me maybe $60-$70, and because it is quite roughly a bit around 100 grams of powder to 17 or 20 grams of water. Yeah, and it has got a beautiful texture that dirt does actually like sitting in, so that makes it even better for upcycling products. Alrighty, so this one took a couple of hours to dry on the fire, on the top of the fire. So I am just going to go in with another layer, maybe to create some more bits like that, the thicker depth of it. Okay. So you can see with the second layer of the cement, I'm actually starting to shape out the areas where I want it to be thicker. I think in this next shot you can actually see I'm starting to build up some depth in it. Again, I'm still going in with the rag to take my finger mark texture. See, the shape there is where I'm starting to build up the difference in the layers. Alrighty, so I think I mentioned earlier that I want to change the top of this, and I'm not really sure the right way to go about it, so I'm just going to wing it, so to speak. So this is just an old bottle that just happens to fit perfectly in there. So what I'm going to do is use some of this, the plastic cloth I could just dip my own gauze. I've got a muslin gauze that I use when I'm doing my torsos. I could just use that and dip it into oh gosh, losing the plot, and dip it into the fast setting plaster that I've got. But I'm growing, this product is actually really good, and I quite like how it works. So I think, so I don't want it too high, so something like that might do. All right, so I'm just going to prepare the pieces and the water. Okie dokie, I think I'm ready. I have just gone in and added Glad wrap to that plastic bottle, just to be on the safe side, so I know that this plaster will peel off. Glad wrap, I'm just pushing the edge of the Glad wrap down. So, and this is just warm water, so I don't want it too tall, so even something like that. I just want rid of that rounded edge, and I don't mind if it looks rough, because the rest of it's going to look rough. Well, you know what I mean. It's not a smooth piece of ceramics. Ugh. There you go. See, that's much better. Look at that. Very happy. Right. We'll let that dry. And almost giving it a whitewash texture. Oh, I do like that. All right. So again, we're going to let that dry for the third time round. And we'll go from there. Alrighty. We're back and it's dry. And I think I'm still very happy. So now I'm just going to mix up some of that concrete and add it to it. I don't know if you can see inside, but I need to get into that lip as well. This is what it's looking like to date, and I'm thinking a dirt and lime wash finish for that. Okay, it has dried overnight just lovely, and I'm very, very happy. So now what I'm going to do is add another layer of, this time it's going to be clay, because I want part of it to have a smooth finish and part of it to be rustic. Right, so the first bit that I'm going to do is this raised area here. As with all air dried clay products, I will add the glue first. So I find that depending, well, most products I've found, it will flake off. This is a new one that I'm trying today. It's probably the 5th I've tried. No, maybe the 4th. And I have not found a good one. The only one that I have found that I do rely on, or can rely on, to give a consistent finish is Jovi. I think it's Jovi. So the one I'm using today is MONT-MARTE. So this will be interesting to see how this goes. I just had thought, I wonder if I could have sanded that. Oh, I can try another bit. But I kind of want the depth that the clay is going to give. So I'm just going to... So now I get to think about how deep I want this clay. Because all the other clays I've used have ended up cracking and falling off, apart from the Jovi. So it's a bit of a risk using this, but I'm going to give it a go. So I definitely want the two textures. And I think I'm going to add some more concrete to another area of the vase to give it a little bit of height. That way I figure that I can add a reasonably thin layer of the clay. Maybe. Guess we're about to find out. Maybe I should have tried it first. Never mind. I didn't. Does not matter. Like I said, all things are trial and error, and that's how you learn techniques and new materials with materials and projects and such like. Alrighty, so this is drying and it is cracking, but it's not cracking to the extent it's going to fall off, which happened with other clays. Well, I don't think it is. It feels quite firm on there. So that's good, very good. So I did go ahead and I have added some more concrete to add some depth. So now I'm just going to go over those added pieces of concrete. You can probably see it, one down there, with some clay. So all this clay is dried, and it's dried really nicely. It hasn't cracked a great deal, which I'm really pleased to see. So I can probably use that one going forward. So with the design that I'm doing, I don't want these smooth edges. I want it to be more organic. So what I'm actually doing is, with this little tool, I'm just going in and kind of chipping away bits. So it looks more like that there. I'm also going to go in with some more concrete and push it into those gaps in some areas, I think. Alright, I have done all those edges. So now I'm just mixing up some of that quick patch concrete. Right. I think I want it on that top area. I just want it in the grooves so it looks like the concrete's broken and it doesn't, you can't see that it's actually another kind of a different product completely. Also want to get rid of that groove that's there. Don't know what I was thinking. Okay, carry on with this. Alrighty, so I've patched a couple of areas and I've also filled in all those edges, so I'm also going in and kind of chipping it a bit out as well, just so it doesn't look so, I don't know, I want to say orchestrated or whatever. But yeah, so that's where we're up to. So I will put this to the side and wait for this to dry so we can get on with painting. Quite excited about that. Don't think I like that area. I wonder if it needs to come down through there or through there. Yeah, I might do that. Alrighty, so that's all dried, and I did go in and actually carved out a few more bits. That was the bit that I originally said I was going to carve out, I think. Yeah, so now I'm really happy with the shape and the texture that's on it. It's time for paint. So I have just mixed up a burnt umber here. I hope that it's not too dark. It is a little bit. I wonder if it's too late to get that off. Okay, so it looks like it's going to be that colour now. Oh well. I know what it should. It's going to wipe off there all right, maybe. Oh well. Guess we'll find out. Should have checked that first. All right. Oh, excuse me. All right. I'm going to go ahead and stain, paint the rest of the in between bits, and think about how I'm going to make that lighter. Anyway, it should be all good. Okay, so I've gone in and brushed it all with the brown, and then wiped it off on this. This is the air dried clay. So now I'm just going to do, I've mixed up some orange and this umber that I mixed, and I'm just gonna really want it on the clay. Just as an undertone in there. So what I'm thinking of doing is getting a tan colour and going over the top of the brown. I don't know if it's going to work, but I am going to give it a go after I've added this rust-like colour in there. God, there's so many rags. Wow. So these are just flannel sheets that I buy from the op shops that are local, and I try and pick the ones that no one are going to buy. Okay. Ugh. Alrighty. Alrighty, so I've got the tan, I've got a bit of a tan wash and some tan here, and I'm just gonna push it all in. I am being a bit careful not to leave the water or too much water on the air dried clay, because I don't want it to break down on me. Is that clean? That's that one. That's that one. Right. Right. Not good at talking and working, am I? Deep in concentration. So perhaps I might just stop recording and finish this off and then show you how it looks and with what I'm going to do after that. Alrighty, so here is it with the that tan colour pushed into the cracks. I'm really loving in here. It just looks really quite cool, I think. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to have a look and see how much lime wash I've got, because I think, oops, broken bit, might have to do something about that. I think the lime wash will go well over it, but I'm not sure I've got enough left, so I will have a look and then come back. Alrighty, so I've dug out what's left of the lime wash, and I haven't been able to find any more locally. No one has any idea what I'm actually using. I was told it was lime wash when I was given it, but yeah, who knows. I don't like this area here. I can see my finger marks, which is a bit of a bugger. Hopefully it's only me that can see them. Though I doubt that. Right, there we go. So I think I am going to go in and just pat it a little, especially on the air dried clay. No, maybe all of it. Right, gonna let that dry and think about doing something about that. I'm a little bit worried about putting a fresh layer of that concrete down and then having to build up the colours in that area and them being different, but I will give it some thought. Aside from that, I'm pretty happy. Alrighty, let's let that dry. Okie dokie, so I have gone in and added some more structure to the top bit where it was soft, and I have tried to cover the bits where my fingers had dragged along. So let's hope that dries and I can get the colours to match. Yeah, so I can see a finger mark in that one. Alright, alrighty, back to it again. So I have I added the extra concrete and I've been back in and I have done the colours. So now I am just going to give it a lime wash, and then I think I'm going to rub some dirt into it, and then I think we might be done. Maybe, we'll see. Alright, there we go, that's completely covered. So that has also I think it's brought the tones, the two tones into sorry, together, so they look more blended, I guess. Right, so I'm just going to let that dry, and then I will go in with the dirt. Okay. Okie dokie. So that's all dry, and well, it's not quite all dry actually. I'm debating about leaving it as it is, because that wash has done a really nice job. But I might have missed an area maybe. Let's try a little bit of dirt on it. So this is just dirt out of the garden. The green is some fake grass stuff that I used in one particular project, but it's just dirt out of the garden that I've sieved a couple of times. Yeah. Alrighty, so I'm going to carry on doing that. I'm sure you don't want to watch me just rub dirt all over the pot, and I will show you the finished product.